look, so far it seems as though he's getting some difficult questions. The questions aren't so difficult. It's the framing of the questions that really bothers me. So it seems as though he's being antagonized for the people who shut down Trump's rally, right? And look, they protested Trump. That's political activism, right? That's one thing that our country is supposed to be in favor of. Of course, there's a lot of lip service when it comes to political activism, but the establishment doesn't really want that. And Bernie has to say, oh, we didn't, you know, we put zero effort into that. We had nothing to do with it. He has to play, you know, defense in order to do what he's doing right now. And it bothers me. Like, it's not something that he should be ashamed of. The people who shut down that rally, I look, it escalated, and I don't like that some people did get hurt, but think about the fact that there was a CBS reporter doing his job who got arrested simply for being there and doing his job, right? Like, we keep focusing on the wrong people. We should be focusing on the violent rhetoric of the person who's emboldened all these crazy racists to come out and sucker punch a black person who happened to protest a Trump rally. That's what we should be talking about.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. All the cops I know in Chicago, this is not like scientific, but all the cops I personally know are Trump supporters. So that's real.
That's a good sign.
And can I just say real quick, Chuck Todd, again, you hit it on the head. He's framing it completely wrong. He's doing a disservice to everybody. Instead of debunking what Donald Trump says, instead of saying, no, this guy's a pathological liar, and of course what he's saying is crazy because he's been calling for violence and blah, 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 and then finally it shows up and he points the finger at you. What do you say to that? That's how you ask that question, not like, hey, some crazy guy who's been inciting violence for months and months and yelling racist shit at the top of his lungs. He's got a question for you. Answer him. So what you've now done is elevated. You've given credibility to what Trump's question is, and now you've said, hey, this is a real question. I'm going to bring it up on a national show. Now you have to answer it, which is the wrong. That's not journalism. You're doing that neutrality thing. I don't know if Trump's a maniac. Maybe you could tell everybody. Do you know, Bernie?
So one thing that stood out to me, I just want to say this comment, and then you guys should jump in and tell me what you think, is where, you know, Bernie Sanders called Trump a pathological liar, and Chuck Todd's response was, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
You don't know what that means? Well, if you don't know what that means and you haven't been paying attention, you have no idea what's going on.
The last guy in America who doesn't know what that means.
Yes.
Is hosting this event tonight. What a break.
I know.
It was also very clear what Chuck Todd's mission in that was. I mean, when I made the comment about, is this a debate? Is because he was cutting in not to ask a follow-up question, but just to make his point.
Yeah.
Like, you're not debating Bernie Sanders. You're not running for the presidency. You can ask him questions, but he just wanted to make points. And the whole point, the whole trade thing, like, oh, well, Trump is closer to you than he is to Hillary on trade, so aren't you basically the same as Trump?
So
well, first of all,
God.
Sanders is not saying he wants a 45% tariff on China. He's not building walls and antagonizing Mexico and saying that if we don't have control over Chinese monetary policy, we're gonna attack them in some way. Like, to say that because both of them are more for protecting the American worker, I don't understand any shades of gray beyond that.
Yeah,
and he does the news 24 hours a day.
I'm just really disappointed in the way your twin is handling this town.
Yeah.